Start off just sending my condolences and prayers out to those affected by the hurricane in New Orleans. I was able to spend 2 years out there, and I grew to you know appreciate some of the people out there. So I just want to make sure that I send my condolences, my prayers to the families and those affected by the hurricane.
What do you try to get out of these 3 days of practice this week?
This week, you want to just make sure that you're fine-tuning things. Probably want to revisit some things that we may have done early in training camp, whether it's plays, different things. And then you just want to try to develop a routine. Hopefully, we're practicing what a mock week would be like in season, whether it's, practice-wise or just post-practice, whether it's taking care of your body, watching film, just doing the little things that's going to get you going for the season.
Are you starting to study the Giants yet? And if so, what do you see from them?
Yeah, we're definitely, focused on the Giants. It's week one, and we're still trying to get better as a team, though. Fine-tune some things that we may have done well throughout training camp, and try to put together some things that we plan on doing week one.
After looking over the film from Cortland in that last game, what are your expectations for him going into week one?
Court, he's a guy who's just worked extremely hard since I've gotten here with his rehab, with the reps that he's gotten on the practice field, and then seeing him out there Saturday. We just expect Court to be Court and be the best version of himself. He brings a ton of energy to this offense. He brings that big playability to this offense. So just expect him to be Court, trust what he's been told from the coaches, and go out there and have fun.
Teddy, what do you think is the biggest thing you've improved on since your time with Carolina last year to this year?
I think just having more of a sense of urgency. I know we started a little slow in the last preseason game, but prior to that, man, we got started and we were rolling. And I learned that, man, with a team like this, with our team, if you can get out to a fast start with the type of defense that we have, man, it can be a nightmare for our opponents. So every day just coming to practice, having a sense of urgency, getting that fast start, and it's contagious. Now you push the guys around you to, have their fire lit and go at your tempo.
You've had the opportunity to be around a lot of head coaches so far in your career. What's been your impression of Vic and the tone that he's set for this young team heading into the week one?
And I like that Coach Fangio. He's straightforward. He's a straight shooter. If it's something, he'll address it right there in front of everyone. So you can't have a pride or ego, when it comes to Coach Fangio. I like the fact that, man, he wants this team to be a tough football team. We grind, It could be days where we take it easy, but we fight through it. And all that's doing is, creating an identity for this team, creating some character and a mindset for this team.
You've been around a lot of great running backs. What kind of qualities does Javante have that he can make an impact as a rookie?
And I get asked about Javante, often. And I told someone, I don't want to make it seem like I'm reaching or anything, but he possessed some of those qualities that you see in Alvin Kamara. He's a guy, man, he's extremely smart. He catches the ball well out of the backfield. He runs good routes. He has a low center of gravity. He's strong. He knows how to set up blocks. And, you see that in a guy like him. He's only a rookie. And, his ceiling is so high. But he has great coaching as well. His coaching staff is doing a great job of, grooming him and preparing him for what's in store for this season.
Teddy, you'll be the first black quarterback to start a season for the Broncos. They had Marlon Briscoe. They've had a couple others. Is that meaningful to you at this point, or are you hoping that it's not part of the conversation anymore? How do you view that?
Yeah, hopefully it's not part of the conversation anymore. But, it's a great milestone, I guess. There'll be, a ton of young athletes who come after me. And hopefully I could just, be a source of motivation to them moving forward, whether it's black quarterbacks who are kids right now. But, it's just a unique opportunity that I'm grateful for. I get to go out and compete, for this organization and try to hopefully get this organization back to where it was in 2015.
Teddy, there's been a lot of talk about Jerry this offseason and the type of season that he could potentially have. What have you maybe seen out of him in your short time here, and what are maybe your expectations for him this season?
Yeah, Jerry, he's a guy who just knows how to get open. You watch him, he's a guy, he has a plan every snap. If defensive back is playing him outside leverage, he'll come up with a plan in order to win, to get to where he needs to get to in order to get the ball. If a guy's playing him inside leverage or tries to jump jam him, he always has a plan. And you love to see that, in your wide receivers because, now they know how to get open, they know how to create separation. And if you've been following him throughout training camp and even throughout his early career, he's been finding ways to get open and he's been having some success. So, we look forward to just getting all of the guys going. I love that room because they all compete. There are no egos in that room. Everyone is like, man, if this guy has success, then it's his day, and we're going to ride with him. So you love to see that. It's a selfless room, and we're glad that we have that type of room.
This collection of receiving targets, is this the best that you've worked with so far in your career?
It's definitely one of the best. And of course, you look at production and things like that, but, what I measure these guys on is, how they work. They're staying behind, running routes for the quarterbacks. They're staying behind, doing extra on the jugs, doing the little things that's going to make them elite in this league. So, like I said, it's a group of receivers who don't have an ego. They all want to see each other succeed. And when you have something like that, it's special. And, those guys can form relationships now that, they'll be able to pick up the phone and call each other 10, 15 years from now and talk about, some of the things that they did today.
When you were on the Saints, that was a team with Super Bowl expectations. I mean, you were behind Drew. And then Carolina, where they're a bit of in a rebuilding mode with a new coach. How is it different now when you're on this team? How would you kind of frame this team? Does it feel like this team that is ready and has to take that next step to get back to playoffs? Or how do you view this?
Yeah, I definitely view this as a team that, we have a ton of talent. We have an opportunity to do something special, but it can't be all talk. Every day that we come out here, every day we step foot in this building, we all have to have the same mindset. We all have to have the common goal. And that's the thing that I love about football. It's the ultimate team sport where you put aside all your personal goals and your egos and you come together for one common goal, and that's to win. And you can sense that around here, everyone wants to win. Everyone has that mindset of whatever it takes. It's not about me. It's not about the next guy. It's about the team. And I love being a part of that.
Talk to anybody down in New Orleans?
I actually talked to Coach Payton yesterday. I think they're down in Dallas right now, and I think they were trying to find where they're going to play their first game against Green Bay. But I talked to one of my guys. He owns a restaurant out there, his family, and told him that I'm praying for him. If they need me to help out in any way, I'm available.
Hey, Ted, you go all the way back to Louisville for a minute. What was it about Sean Watson's coaching that allowed you to play so well for those 3 years, and why did you click so well?
Yeah, Coach Sean Watson, he was just a guy who, saw so much potential in me at an early age, in an early stage of my career. It was a type of offense. It was a type of offense that we ran that he had success running in years prior, and even in the '90s, I guess. He was a guy who really harped on just the fundamentals of the game. He really taught me how to be a student of the game. He every day, drilled me in different aspects that got me ready for Saturdays. And, still to this day, I'm finding myself doing some of the drills that I was doing in college with him. And then fast forward, I'm with Coach Shula, and he's, one of those guys who harps on fundamentals as well. You watch us before we even start practice, we're warming up, we're doing little pocket drills and things like that. If the special teams are going, we're doing pocket drills. And, we all understand that, the game, is played and you can have so much success from within the pocket. So, coaches realize that, and, they want to make sure that we harp on it and stay fine-tuned.
Last one, George.
You said a couple weeks ago that Bill Parcells is a guy that's been one of your biggest mentors. What's maybe the biggest piece of advice that he's given you over the years?
Like I tell everyone, he tells me one thing: just get your unit in the end zone. And it's something so simple, but when you think about it, if you get in the end zone, then you're scoring points. Everyone's happy. The defense is happy because you're scoring points. You're finishing drives on the field, and that's my mindset when I take the field. And then also the other thing that he always tells young quarterbacks, who may have success early or just find an ounce of successes. You want to be a quarterback or you want to be a celebrity. And, for me, I want to be a quarterback, and I want to be the guy, who gets my unit in the end zone, who demands excellence and greatness out of myself, but also my teammates. And I want to be a student of the game every day. I want to be eager to learn, eager to grow, and it's a unique opportunity to do that here in Denver.
What do you say, Teddy?
say you're calm, but how do you go about it?
Yeah, I do it in my own way, just pulling guys aside, or even post practice. So for me, a lot of my way of demanding things out of guys happen post practice, because it's easy to do it when we're out here with the coaches and the coaches may say it one way, but when the coaches leave the field and we stay behind, and I feel like that's when we take ownership in it, as players. We put the extra time in and we make it ours. When the coaches are out here, it's like they can easily hold our hands. If a guy gets lined up wrong, hey, tighten down a little bit. Coach can tell them that. But when we're out here on our own, it's like, man, hey, I need you right here at this time and this point in my drop, because, I'm ready to throw. If I hit 5 steps and you're not there, then I'm on to the next guy. So little dialogue and conversations like that is, my way of trying to lead the way I do.
So you don't think you have to, some guys are screamers, some guys, how do you go about that?
No, I've never been a screamer, but and like I said, I pay attention to guys sometimes. You have those guys who sometimes don't do well when you scream at them. So you pull a guy to the side, hey man, I need you here, man. You hit that 7th step, make sure you get out of the break. I'm throwing it. If you're not there, then I'm getting to the next guy. It's something as simple as that. It goes a long way with the guys, because now, they hold themselves accountable of getting in the right place at the right time, or even if it's up front with the offensive line, hey, man, I need you guys to, make the ends rush upfield. I'll step up in the pocket and find a lane to escape. So a little dialogue like that, it holds a lot of value as well.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Teddy.
Thank you, guys. Yep.